everyone, Selina here on this week's episode of Selina Thomas, SCV's HR Guru, where I bring the stories of our local businesses and the people behind them to you. I'm so excited for you to meet my next guest. His name is Lance Armentia, and he is the man that invented water. And what I mean by that is, in 2014, he, along with his partners, developed a company called Fire H2O. It is an alkaline-based water, and of course, coming into the summer months, nothing more important than hydrate, but in a healthy way. And of course, I love that this is a homegrown company that is poised to do national sales, and of course, the visibility to our community is so important. I love stories like this. If you have a story you'd like to share about a product, a business, please reach out. I'd love to feature you. Selina Thomas, SCV's HR Guru. You can find me on the signal. In the meantime, enjoy this episode. Continue to stay safe. Have a great day.
Surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. And there will be no surrender. Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J-O-N to the easy E-N. Know that we undefeated. Y'all are beneath them speeches trying to air a grievance, but his lines are overhead. Better check the air for clearance. Call the tower. This is our clear to heat the air apparent. Really, I've never been better. Legacy, this is forever. All the more times I've been seven. I'm raising the bar. You can go ahead and measure. Think about time for a toast. Time that we welcome to go. Yo, when just leaving, I think about time that somebody go get them their coat. You know I got all that anthem. Come back in what you call that add-on. Got anthems and bands with masters. Getting them right like my name was Miranda. I ain't bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. One more time. This is forever. Remember the legend. He never gon' die. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Dead than alive. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. Just making sure that you know why. Because this is forever.
Lance. Hi.
Hey, Selena, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. I'm so excited to talk to you. I have to kind of set the stage a little bit about how I came to discover you. So,
Okay.
as you know, you and I are both tenants at the same business center, and we have someone in common, Annie, who's kind of the administrator for us. And I was there
Sure.
one day, and you were there walking through. You had on like active wear, and you were walking out, and she's just so calmly said, she goes, "You know who that is, right?" And I said, "No, who is it?" And she goes, "He invented water." And I said, "What?" She said, "That's the man that invented water." So oftentimes people tell me the stories of entrepreneurs and products in our community because of the show.
Sure.
And she goes, "You need to talk to him. He invented water." And then she broke it down because she knows I'm a mother of student athletes. And that was
Oh, sure.
obviously instantly appealing to me because
Right.
I'm not a Gatorade mom. I like to tell them to hydrate. The dentist is always telling me, don't give them Gatorade. It's so much sugar in their mouth. And so
Sure.
I had to talk to the man that invented water. So nice to
Like,
meet you.
nice to meet you as well. I can't take all the credit. Obviously, it's a full team here, along with myself and my business partner, Troy Magnuson. So
Sure.
it's actually, something that we started back in 2014. So we were, I was actually, my background is actually in business finance. So I was working for JP Morgan at the time. And he had reached out to me and said, I work for a large distributor, and we've got, some good controls as far as what we can place within fitness products, specifically beverages.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can kind of control what goes into either the fitness channel or within grocery store based on, sales into these different channels. So we were literally sitting down at a lunch, just kind of like what we are, but this is virtually, and talking about different ideas of products that we could come up with specifically within the beverage channel. So I think at that time, coconut water was starting to take off, and I'm just not a big coconut water guy. Vitamin water had just fully blown up, and that was one that was just sold off as well. So we go, where's kind of that mix and that balance, and that's when we started leaning towards what you're saying, what is the cleanest thing that I can drink and rehydrate my body? Water.
Right.
Well, how do we enhance water? So we developed this premium alkaline water. So we actually bottle at 10 plus as far as the pH level. It's
Hmm.
got a mix of electrolytes that we add in. So it's something, like I said, we developed in 2014. It's kind of had grassroots development and distribution through our own channel,
Sure.
and it's blown up to where we are today, and we're in over 700 locations
Amazing.
across Southern California, and we've just picked up national distribution on the East Coast. Within our military channels alone, like you can find us in
Wow.
Iwo Jima through our
That's
military partners.
amazing.
So
Hmm.
it's very cool. It's literally like watching one of your kids kind of grow up and blossom. But we're
Yes.
super excited. We're glad to see where it's going.
Well, I love the name. And I'm a big branding person. I own 6 Degrees HR Consulting, and then you've
Sure.
got this name that is truly a spin-off of the chemistry of your
Correct.
product. So tell me about the name, how you guys came up with it, because it really is speaking to the science of your product as well.
Right. So obviously, when you look at acidity versus alkalinity, it's on the pH scale. So we did a play on words, and we
Hmm.
threw, instead of fire, which fire and water are kind of opposites, we did fire, pH, IRE, and H2O. So fire H2O is our branded alkaline water. So
That's
that's
amazing. I
that's
love that name.
yeah, it's definitely catchy. It's something that sticks, and that's really what we were looking for. As far as from a marketing perspective, is what's going to differentiate us, from others in the marketplace.
Yes.
What's going to stand out? So we looked at, what is a clear marketing message what we can put across, literally in our name. So Fire
And it's
H2O came
instant.
across exactly, and that's
You get it
literally the
right
first one
away.
we came up with, and it was, like when you say, when we can feel it in your gut, that's what you go with. We didn't even second guess it. It was like, that's the one.
Yes. And of course, when people start to see the science that went into it, and I read that it's you know um, proprietary as well, and so
Correct.
you want to make sure not only that you're protecting the science but the brand name. And so I
Sure.
want to talk a little bit about your collaboration and how because to your point earlier, you said you worked for you were always in a business suit. Annie said that,
Sure.
and she's like, you wouldn't recognize him because now he's in
That's the ongoing
activewear all
joke
the
when I
time.
walk in. Yeah.
So
I think
this is why it was
even
so funny.
yeah, it's just kind of always that entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, even when I was
Yes.
at the bank, you're always working with your clients, and you kind of, like, for me, it was the outsider looking in perspective. You get to see a lot of your different clients in different business settings, different industries, and how they developed. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, that could be me. Like, how do
Why not?
how do I get that going? And I've always dabbled in different little, if you want to call them side hustles, or different companies
Mhm.
that I started up and either
Mhm.
sold off. But this is really one where I felt this embodies what I love to do, which is fitness and
Yes.
wellness,
Mhm.
married with my own business that I can get behind and truly drive. So
Sure.
that's what was the great thing about this.
So besides that, it's always great when people find their purpose, and it sounds like that's what you've done with not just your product, but that's your lifestyle. And so she mentioned to me, she said, "Yeah, he only puts a suit on if he wants to now." So when people can kind of live their best lives and
Sure.
do the work that they truly are passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. And that's why I love to do these stories, because it really is about the people behind the businesses. And being from Santa Clarita and
Right.
always wanting to find the stories of our entrepreneurs in our community, you were a
Sure.
perfect guest on our show. So with you going worldwide, and of course seeing Santa Clarita and Santa Clarita being your home, how
Sure.
far do you feel like this is going to go? I mean, it sounds like you're right at the cusp of another level.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's really dependent on how fast and how much we can scale within our means and truly
Sure.
still keep a good product intact. I think that's always the biggest concern. Like, you can definitely try and blow up a company overnight, but is it going to be the same product at the end of the day? Do
Hmm.
you still have the same embodiment of how you started the brand and the
Hmm.
company from day one to the end? And that's the reason kind of why we've done literally the grassroots growing of the company and self-distributed the product is to ensure literally around the quality control we can try and have our hands around it as much as possible. And even in this recent growth into the East Coast as far as our distribution, we're trying to work closely with distribution partners so that way they understand as well, and we have true partners and not just vendors. So that's really what we look for.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because continuity in product, having my own product and brand, I know how important that is, because we don't want to compromise what we've built, but always thinking about growth. So glad to hear that you
100%.
said that. Yes.
100%.
So the summer's here. I have athletes that travel the country, and often are working and playing in Las Vegas, Arizona. And
Sure.
so now I have a resource. I've met the man that invented water. So we've got the Concerts in the Park, which is announced, is coming back. We've got
Sure.
activities right here locally. Do you plan on being present at these events, sharing your product, sponsoring anything? What's your plans locally?
Yeah, so obviously we were waiting, I'm sure just like everybody else, to find out when things were going to open up. My wife just told me about Concerts in the Park, which is
Okay.
great. Yeah, I mean we're really active in the community as far as what we try and do and give back. We've done several of the runs for the American Cancer Society within San
Wonderful.
Diego County because we have a warehouse located there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, as far as local
Great to
here
hear.
in Santa Clarita, I'm game for it. So I'm going to start reaching out and connecting with those individuals within the local community to figure out how we can support and give back as well.
I love that. And certainly when we air this show, we'll talk about, how people can find you, and how I saw on your website that you have opportunities for people to be brand ambassadors. So what does that
Correct.
mean?
So obviously with social media just, literally taking over the marketing world, and there's
Mhm.
more driven towards that. We see a more constant growth within that channel. So we're always looking for brand ambassador partners, whether it be through Facebook, your Instagram following, TikTok now is, we're
Sure.
seeing national brands utilize marketing through that channel. So we're very open to out of the box marketing and social media marketing. So if those that are interested in being a brand ambassador, they can reach out to us through the website fireh2.com or through our Instagram channel.
Great. I'll make sure that I have all that information at the end. I want to talk a little bit about your campaign, because I loved the videos that you sent me. Obviously, because I'm a mother of athletes, and the featuring of the athletes that you had that are real fitness driven. And
Sure.
of course, it made a difference for them as athletes. So, tell me a little bit about your campaign there, and how you guys have used that to let people know, as athletes, this is the difference.
Yeah, so to really kind of bring it full circle, everybody that's featured in that video on our website, or they're all local, either personal trainers,
Mhm.
athletes, fitness enthusiasts that reside in Santa Clarita. So I really try to
Love
corral
that.
as many people as possible that I knew within the fitness channel and said, hey, work with us. How do
Yeah.
we get everybody together? Let's film something fun that shows really what the brand is about, really about, local community, about fueling fitness through like a premium water, and honestly,
Hmm.
just having fun. Like we had a blast shooting that. Jeremy Shine Productions, I got to give him a shout out. He's local as
Sure.
well. He did an unbelievable job putting that together for us. So it was just it was great time just putting it all together and seeing everybody just collaborate.
It was, and I always, besides the branding part, love to see how the messaging gets out, and he did a great job, and I
Yes.
certainly know that he will go next level himself with how it looked like a movie. So it was really cool to watch, and I'm
Yeah,
glad to hear that everyone was local that you used.
he's not only great behind the camera, but he's also a personal trainer as well. So he's a double threat.
Perfect. Yeah, he is. He's a double threat. I was so appreciative of you taking the time. I can't wait to feature this story on the Signal, and to see you out in the community. We have these half marathons and 5Ks I've done myself here in town. So I'm sure
Sure.
I'm going to run across and grab one of your bottles. And I thank you so
I,
much
I got it
again.
right
Yes,
here.
I definitely want to know where I can get.
I
So where can
I
we
got your
get
case
this?
right here. Say again.
Where can we get this? Where, what stores? Where can I get a case of Fire H2O?
So if you want, you can go direct. If you're looking to buy in bulk as far as cases, you can reach out to us through fireh2o.com and we can actually send out drop ship to you. Locally here in Santa Clarita, we're primarily in the fitness channel. So you can go to Afterburn Fitness, you can
Okay.
go to Ice Recovery, and you can also go to Gold's Gym and you can pick up your 1 liter bottles there.
Love it. I will definitely make sure people know that, and I will go get some myself. I think my daughter has a game this weekend, so I'm gonna have that out, and I'll have it on the show for sure. Thank you, Lance. I
I
so appreciate you taking the time. So
thank you
nice
so
to meet
much,
you.
Selena. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great
Take
day.
care. Bye bye.